Alright.
Hello, my name is reviw, and today we are doing the VRL driver review. We don't have Nathan today because unfortunately we are having to record this quite late after the actual race due to the fact that the first recording failed and Jack wasn't present to that one either because of the events of Malaysia. So today we're going to quickly talk about Malaysia and how it was, and then we're going to go into a review of Dennis before a live draw, although we already know who is being reviewed.
Yeah.
Because we drew that last time, but we'll build up the suspense. I've got Benny with me today.
Hello.
This will be on his channel, and it will be linked on the VRL website.
Yeah.
And I guess we'll crack on with sort of the little review of Malaysia.
Yeah. So I'm gonna start. It was like dry quali and then a full wet race, which means that it was a bit of a chaos.
Yeah, it was. I agree. It was very, very sort of scary going into a lot of corners.
Yeah, especially in the first lap where because I made a bad first turn and stuff happened. So I was in the pack of guys and like everybody was misjudging how much water there was, and they were just aquaplaning all over the place.
People were trying to find their feet, and it ended up with quite easy overtaking opportunities at the start of the race, and then everybody kind of got into it, and it made the race a lot more difficult.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
Nero ran out winner.
Yeah, by a long shot.
Yeah, he ran away with it. He got a good start, and that was it. Yeah. Nathan was with him, but unfortunately made his own mistake and ended up in a barrier. Not a barrier. Broke his wing on a cone thing. I can't remember.
On turn 2.
Yeah, and he was. Yeah, he kind of broke his wing, and he went back, and then he got taken out by ads later on, which meant he retired. We had a fairly good pack of about 4th to 8th, I'll say. Having a battle through the race, it was really, really good.
Yeah, because you guys were always undercutting me, but then at the end of the stint, because you already used up all of your tires, I just overtook you.
Yeah. Anyway, I think that'll about do it for now in Malaysia. Unless we can think of anything else. I think there was quite a lot of action, particularly between Ads and Jezza. They seem to be the most accused in the VRL forums, but that'll be investigated by the stewards. It's not up to us.
Jezza had a good race. He came from a mistake at the start, and he was at the back, and somebody always touched him, and they had a crash just after the last corner, and he came back to 4th. It was, especially in the last stint, for some reason, my tires didn't work as well as they should have, and Jezza's did.
Yeah, I have to agree. He had a very good race.
It looks like we got another guy in the call. Actually, we're in the middle of the review, Joe, so we're about to do Dennis, so...
Okay.
Yeah.
Dennis. Right, Dennis was... So we're going to talk about him. We're going to base him just off this season. We don't want to look at past seasons. We want to just look at this season. So, Dennis had a terrific race in Australia, finishing up in what? Was it
5th, I think it was.
Yeah, 5th. Right, 5th. With a very confident, very good race from him. He qualified quite well, and he showed that he's got definitely good pace in the dry. He showed a little bit towards the end, when it started to rain, but he was very, very good, I have to say.
Yeah, and he really was concentrating and was like a good driver, because in the pit stop phase, he actually was so far ahead of me that he had nearly a pit stop in hand, so he came out just behind me, and then because he just waited for me to make a mistake or something, he didn't just force it like some did. That was really the best race I've seen him in.
Yeah, and then he kind of I felt he kind of showed up to Malaysia for qualification in a few laps, but then after that he kind of lost it and fell susceptible to the. Yeah, there's only 3 sets of wet tyres, not 4.
Yeah.
And unfortunately ended up in 10th outside the points. I don't know.
I don't
I think
know,
it was
was it
10th.
it was maybe 10th or 11th, not sure.
I think it was 10th because
I, I
I
actually
seem
looked
to remember
at
whoever was.
the standings that Jezza put up, the preceding ones. It showed that he was in 11th and he didn't get point.
Okay, well there you go, 11th.
Yeah.
But yeah, I felt he turned up and showed a lot of pace early on, and then
And in
unfortunately
quali,
didn't have the correct sort of
the idea.
finish to the race. Yeah, he didn't have the sort of the stamina in the race to really push on and get the result that he needed.
Yeah, and
So he ended
he
up outside the
really,
points.
yeah, he had, when I had a quick chat with him, and because he didn't know that he only had 3 set, and he thought he had 4, he actually changed his strategy to a 4 stop. That
Yeah,
ruined his race most of all.
yeah. And I think he's a very good, solid driver though. Predictions for whereabouts he'll be finishing. I think he'll still be on that points borderline. So
Yeah,
sometimes he'll be able to score very high amounts of points. Other times he's going to be scoring, well, perhaps not at all. But he's been very consistent so far this year. He's been turning up
yeah.
to a lot more races, and I enjoy having him around because he's a
We,
clean racer in my
yeah, we've
opinion.
only had 2 races, so
Yeah,
and
I
the
know,
test
but
race, so
he is the first person to be reviewed. So
yeah. So next person to get reviewed.
yeah, right. We're going to do the live draw kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
So I've pressed imagine that I pressed the random generator,
Yeah.
and I've got a number. I'm looking at the number, and it is, drumroll please, number 6, which I believe is Jack Nathan. Very
Actually,
interesting
yeah, it's Naven. Naven.
because he didn't finish in Malaysia, so we will be solely looking at his China performance and his Australia performance, which will make things
Yeah.
very interesting. Anyway, quick summary. Dennis is a very consistent driver, and I hope he does very well this season.
Yeah,
Always love to
Malaysia
have him
was a
around.
bad race for him.
But I think he's going to be up there and looking for sort of towards maybe 9th or 10th towards the end of the season, depending on how much he turns up.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah. Anyway, this
it's
has been
it's been Slovenian Sonic HD,
and
and
the Red Wolf, and we are signing out. Please
yeah,
subscribe to
sorry,
both
I
our
just got
channels. A link to our channels will be down in the description below, and that's it.
yeah,
Bye.
peace.